Hi, Aaron. This is Pravasti here. I just wanted to bring you up to speed on what we did today or are doing, actually, because I haven't done it yet. But I wanted to let you know that we are going to start off by looking at this. It's reading and note taking, sequencing events. So we're just considering how things progressed through the development of Sumer. You started off with people moving into Fertile Crescent because of its abundant water sources, and then something happened, and then something happened, and then something happened, and then something happened, and then as a result, cities emerged. Now, you might be saying, well, what are the things that I put in there? Well, I'm going to have the students each have a bunch of pieces of paper, and they have to, in teams, figure out what leads to trade develops as cultures interacts with each other, leads to what. And the slips of paper that I have are these things right here. That people moved into the Fertile Crescent because of abundant water sources. People experience unpredictable flooding that ruins crops. Religion develops as a way to influence the natural world. Silt deposits and irrigation help food grow well. Food supplies increases and cities emerge as a result. And taking it further, fewer people then are needed for agriculture. Specialized workers emerge. New technology leads to better tools. Trade develops as cultures interact with each other. Different social classes develop, and interaction with different societies leads to conquest and empires. That was a bit of a primer, and after that, I was going to do a practice test with everybody before we did the actual test. You'll see that I've attached the actual test for you to do based on what students have written, yourself included, as yours are the first three. Next, I'm going to go through each one and just give the students 10 seconds to write their letter on the board. And the first one goes as follows. Which statement best describes the geographical location of Mesopotamia? And after 10 seconds, you can pause it if you need to, I give the answer. And then we go to the next question. Which factors helped Sumerian agriculture flourish? You can pause it if you need to. Here's your answer. Instead of going one by one, I'm just going to fluidly have them go from one to the next. And you can pause it as needed to write your answers down and just see how you do. I'll give the answers at the end. Okay, now for those answers. Hi. Oh, sorry. Now we look at a map and use the map and knowledge of ancient Mesopotamia to answer the questions below. You can see the whole region. Right here is Sargon's empire. Here's the Persian Gulf. It's the Mediterranean Sea. You can see the Euphrates River, the Tigris River, Assyria, Akkad, Sumer, Elam, Nineveh, Zagros Mountains, and other places, the Syrian desert, right there. Question number 11 is here. You can pause it if you need to. Here are your answers. We went over some timelines, looking at 10,000 BCE. I drew attention to the significant break right here. Fast forwarding to 3600 BCE, making our way all the way through 330 BCE and everything in between. So we have farming beginning in the Fertile Crescent in 9800 BCE. 3500 BCE, civilization arises around city-states in Sumer. 2334 BCE, Akkadian Empire begins when Sargon conquers Sumer. Don't think I don't know that you're singing that song right now. And then 2200 BCE, Akkadian Empire ends. Just after 2100 to 2000 BCE, the Babylonian Empire begins. 1600 BCE, the Babylonian Empire ends, some 400 years later. And right here you have 650 BCE, Assyrian Empire rules Mesopotamia, Asia Minor, and Egypt. 612 BCE, Chaldeans take over Assyrian Empire and form New Babylonian Empire. And then back up here to 550 BC, Cyrus the Great overthrows the Medes and builds the Persian Empire. 539 BCE, the New Babylonian Empire falls to the Persian Empire. And then lastly, 330 BCE, the First Persian Empire begins. It's with those in mind that I give you the following questions. And the following answers. Then we continue on with some constructed responses. You can pause them to read them through if you need to. And again, this was just a primer just to get them ready to take the test. And the last one we will discuss, how did religion shape the lives of ancient Mesopotamians. But here's that picture again. All right, so it's a little 10-minute primer. Good luck on your quiz, or test rather. Turn that in, and when you come back in on Monday, and be safe. You're missed. And we'll get you some time to share when we get back from the break for sure.